I can't say I had any hope in my heart preparing to watch this film. Haven't we seen this movie before? I was with a friend of mine as we were watching the trailer to Dredd 3D. Ooh. And we couldn't help but go, hadn't we seen this movie before? The film looked like it was going to be a ripoff of The Raid Redemption. That was a really cool, interesting martial art film from Indonesia that just came out in April of this year. And it looked like, okay, they're making a new Dredd movie, but it's all centered into one building. And I was really quite concerned. Like, I know, this is not a new idea. I realize it's not a new idea, and I realize Dredd is not a new idea. I think this is the second time we've seen Dredd on screen. The last time wasn't very good. There was a few things that I heard that were going to happen in this film, and that gave me a little bit of hope. I like the idea that Carl Urban, who plays Judge Dredd, was never going to take off his mask in the entire movie. That was kind of cool. I mean, try and convey so much emotion just in your mouth. And I believe that's true to the comic books. The other one, the film that I'm not going to really talk about, you definitely got to see his whole... I was just really hoping that I could turn my brain off for a few hours and have a fun time, a fun action movie. The movie was going to be R-rated, so all I could really hope for was, okay, cool. If they're going to make it R-rated, maybe they'll make it something violent and scary and bloody and gory and action-packed and thrilling. And that's really all I want. I didn't want anything to, tell me how to live my life. I didn't want something to make me feel a certain way, like, oh, how should I treat people now? Wow, the world looks so different now after seeing this movie. No, I didn't expect any of that. I just wanted to have a good time at the movies. I like Carl Urban. I've liked him since he was, I believe he was in the Lord of the Rings movies, but he really got to shine in the new Star Trek film, and I know he's going to be in the new one. He just was really good. He's good at being kind of ornery and kind of like a pain in the butt. And I thought maybe that would add some interesting elements to his Dredd character. He's going to be stuck in a building for an hour and a half, and he's got to get the bad guy. When you watch a movie like this, all you really want, right to the meat of the bone, you don't want to think too much, you just want to have a good time, you don't want a lot of explanation of how everything's going, how the world works. We get a little of that right in the beginning, and then suddenly, bam, we're right into the action. We get a little bit of the story, we meet some of the bad guys. The major baddie is played by an actress, Lena Headey, who most people might know her from 300 and Terminator, Sarah Connor Chronicles that aired a few years ago. She's really interesting. I think the best parts about her is that she's just scary to look at. I mean, I guess the great makeup job really enhances her personality, or whatever her personality is. She was quite an interesting villain for this good guy. Or he's not really a good guy, he's kind of just has to lay down the law. And I couldn't help but be very interested in her. Now, I saw this movie in 3D, and I want to get the 3D stuff out of the way. It was okay. I wasn't really... the 3D was... Once everything starts to go down, now we are centered into the major plot of this story. Dredd has a partner, and he's locked in this building, and there is a major... I mean, there's over 200... I think there's almost 200 stories in this building. They are trapped in there. They have a hostage so they can uncover this mystery because there's a major drug. Now the drug, I've lost it. Okay, let's go back to the 3D. Cut all this out and go right back to the 3D. It was really cool. The only part of the 3D that I really enjoyed was when it was in slow motion. And that's when people would take this drug called slow-mo. When they would take the drug, the slow motion got really good. It was really quite creepy because you could actually see all the glass or the sweat or all the blood. And this movie is extremely gory. So if you like action movies that are extremely gory and action-packed and very exciting to watch, I think you'll really enjoy this movie. It's not groundbreaking. It's not the most beautiful-looking action film, but I felt like there was a good villain. There was a good couple of good guys. A lot of people set up so they could get killed, and that was quite interesting. It kept my attention through the entire production. I think it was great that they centered it into this one story about this building being captured. And I felt that was compelling enough to get us through the story. We weren't explained. There wasn't like this huge story where Judge Dredd has to go over here, move the plot into another... Well, maybe we'll learn more about the city in the future if this movie's successful. I don't know. I just think this is a better representation of the Dredd character than what has happened in the past. Is it more true to the comic? I really don't know. This is a completely entertaining gore fest. If you just love all that action-packed, over-the-top, and I think that's really all you want in a movie like this. You want to be entertained, you want to be shocked and awed and amazed. Just have a good time, eat your popcorn, drink your soda. For the most part, this movie does a really good job. It was fun. This movie was fun. It didn't change my life, but I was just glad that, hey, it took that chance. It went for that R-rated action gore fest. And we don't get that a lot these days. Usually they try and play it safe and they make it PG-13. I thought it was kind of cool that they went for the throat. Man, there were some parts where I was just like, oh, whoa, wow, I can't believe that's pretty gory. I jumped in my seat a few times because of the gore, and it was like, oh my gosh, wait. I'm going to give the brand new 2012 Dredd, just called Dredd, 3 stars. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter and Facebook, and please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. And also, go to WhoYouTube.com for all your DVD, Blu-ray releases, reviews, excitement, fun, internet. It's awesome. I gotta go. Bye.